Angling is a series of choices from an infinite number of options, some simple, like what's your target species, to the complexities of understanding fish location on a seasonal basis. Then there's the myriad of presentation options. It's as mental of a game as physical. Each challenge is different, but the basic process remains the same. For angling is like solving a living, breathing puzzle. And to see the big picture, you need the fishing edge.
Look at the size of that thing.
Wow.
Look at the size of that pike. Oh. See this whole backwater area here? We know it's early. I know the water temperature. It's it's going to be in the high 50s. Temperature settling. We looked at all of this backwater. It looks like we could cut through there. They're starting to get up there, bro. He's starting to get up there, huh? They rolled through that thing there, and she just went, boom. I love it. Is there any particular color that you want for that?
What, for this swim jig? No. Let's see, what do you got there? What do you got there?
I happen to grab a smelt.
Perfect.
Good.
It's absolutely, at this stage in the game, Al, it is totally meaningless. We're going out. I will decide on color later as the day develops.
There's a big fish there.
Finding new and good lakes to fish has come a long way in the last 40 to 50 years. Back in the day, Ron and I used to do this thing we termed trunk sneaks. This is where we would sneak onto lakes, many of them with no landings, and fish them. Most of the time we carried the boat on top of the car, and the motor and gas can and the rest of the equipment was in our trunk. It took a little bit of labor. But those were the days, boy. Today, fishermen can operate like a modern detective. They can do research on the internet, check out the stocking reports of lakes, or whether a body of water is a catch and release only. You can use your iPhone to direct you right to the landing, and many times the Lake Master GPS chip has an extremely detailed map of the lake. Gone is a lot of the guesswork. All you have to do now is go find the fish, not go through a long process of learning a lake. There's one time of the year when 80% of the fish are in about 5% of the water, and that's spring. This is the best time to experiment on a new body of water, and that's what Ron and I are doing today.
What kind of temperature you got up there on your big new machine?
62.
Yeah, it's warm, but it's 62 back here. This is the warmest water I've seen since we've been out. This bay, this dark black bottom bay, the sun ain't out, but it must have warmed this bay early. This is the warmest water I've seen.
Oh, Ron.
What do you got there, Alphonse?
Better bass.
Oh.
Not a bad one. Not a bad one. That's a good sign, Ronald. These guys that we talked to at the Access the other day were telling me that this lake had some 5-pounders that they caught a couple days ago. Yeah, so what we opted to do, nice healthy fish. We opted to do, we're on our way back, Ron and I, from doing a film shoot, a smallmouth show here, and we said, well, let's go dump in and take a look at this sucker. So that's what we're doing. And, water temperatures, low 60s, in these backwater bays. Just cover a lot of water, grab a spinner bait, a swim bait. We got a couple vertical baits here. Our first choice, we're just hunting. Trying to get a feel of what the bite is. That fish was right on those cut banks. One fish. This is a big backwater area. We've got some toolies sitting out here, some hard bottom there. We'll fish it all. You just drop the troll and start going. And it's amazing. Once in a while, in spring of the year in these lakes up here, a bunch of fish come back. Mud bottom. You got him? Another good one. Nice bass again. Huh.
Yeah, good bass.
Not a big one, but not a bad one, Ron.
Following it out. I think those are cut banks up there. I roll that one over.
Got a little bit different size, not a big one, but you know, another
We'll get on 'em.
largie.
These guys were talking about 5-pounders. I'm landing a 5-pounder, but maybe we're gonna find them. Look at that. I like these little odd markings down here, a little different.
And there she is,
My first Mercury.
154-stroke, the lightweight heavyweight. And she comes with all this. Say hi to Wendy from customer support. She's always there to help. Jerry from product testing. He dishes out the torture.
They can take it. Good.
And Tim from design. He never misses a detail. Obsessed with quality. Bobby, prop engineer. He turns horsepower into performance. This is George. from
It's good to have
R&D.
Mercury behind you. Meet the rest of the team at mercurymarine.com.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Why take chances with your engines? Protect them from neglect, wear, and tear the easy way. With Seafoam Motor Treatment. Seafoam helps to maintain top engine performance by removing harmful deposit buildup from your engine and fuel system. Control moisture in gas and diesel. Stabilize fuel for up to 2 years. And lubricate your engines to start easier, run cooler, and last longer. Trust all your engines to Seafoam Motor Treatment, the choice of mechanics for over 70 years.
In fishing, nothing beats the confidence and enjoyment that comes with using the best equipment. There's a reason why generations of professional anglers, guides, and camp operators make Lund their boat of choice. They stand up to the elements and the repeated use that hardcore anglers put them through, season after season. They're guide-tested, wilderness-proven. Isn't it time for you to experience the Lund difference?
Closed captioning provided by Fraybill.
You know, this kind of water that we're chunking in here now, the scattered stuff through 3 baits. It's hard to throw any crankbaits in here. Yeah, you know, it'd be really hard. Your best go-to baits to clear this water that these largemouth will definitely bite on. Oh, big pike, Ron. Big one. Big pike, boy. Big fish. Oh, I'm talking a donkey.
Oh yeah, for these waters, that's
Yeah.
a big one.
As I was saying, if I had to get a clear water bait, yeah, you know, baits that we could clear water, yeah, you know, we're throwing Terminator spinner baits, chatter baits work really good in this condition, and swim jigs. Yeah, you know, of your moving baits. Let's show you this little baby. This is a nice one, man. Huh? These are nice little bonuses this time of the year up where we fish, up in the North Country. Oh!
Gotcha?
Did you get me? No, I'm all right. You kind of mangled my, no, we didn't mangle it too bad. Those pike can wreak havoc on it, but this is a Terminator titanium spinnerbait. This titanium, it's fantastic. Great invention for spinnerbait fishing. You know, there's it all. They're pre-tuned. They do their own deal. Isn't that something? I love it.
Well, Al caught that on a spinnerbait. Which pike like? By the way, I'm just throwing a swim bait here, and before the day is over, I guarantee you I will bump into a decent pike or two as well. And they're really fun bonus fish, especially when you get them big jobbers like that.
We're already having fun, and we haven't been out here 20 minutes. Yeah, you know, I can already see this is going to be a fun day. We got just enough overcast where those fish won't be tightened up on this cover early in the year. They'll kind of roam these bays a little bit, so it's easy to make contact with them. You just cover a lot of water. But you know what else we want to know today? Both Jimmy, my nephew Jimmy, and my son Troy are fishing 2 big tournaments. We can't wait to punch in and see what they do tonight. One is at the Sturgeon Bay Open. Jimmy, that's the biggest bass tournament in in North America smallmouth bass tournament. And he was on fish. We'll see how he does. And my son Troy, I talked to him last night. He's on the Delta, and his confidence level was sky high too. We'll see how both of these guys do. So we got some excitement today in all parts of the United States. Tidewater, Great Lakes, small natural lakes. One of our guys is poking fish someplace. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
And Al, we might mention that Gussie is fishing Eufaula today as well.
Add that right now. Our good buddy
They're
Gussie
all,
is...
so we got 3 of our groupers out there. They're all fishing tournaments, and I'm here with Al and just doing what he and I love to do. There's nothing I love better than just bouncing in the middle of lakes out of nowhere, stopping and going fishing bass like he is today. For me, it don't get no better than this.
I came back through here. We fished those other baits, you know, and I figure I ain't leaving here. We had enough fish. Look at that one, huh? And I put on one of my old-time favorites for spring fishing. You never hear anybody talk about a lizard anymore. Trigger X lizard. Over the years, I've caught so many fish on a lizard. You know, with all the new shapes and sounds of baits we get today, we forget some of these mainstays, and a lizard is one of them. Bass like this, they like eating lizards, especially early in the season.
Fish.
A lot.
Yeah,
All right,
Joel's jumper, I'll tell you that. I just missed one there. That saddle apparently goes out from those toolies there right to this point.
Spring. It is absolutely the best time to sample new waters for the different kinds of species of fish. There is no question you can have huge numbers of fish in very small pockets of water during this time frame. Here are a couple of factors that could play to your benefit. First, all these fish are seeking warmer water, which makes it easier for you to isolate some starting areas. Second, the weed growth is probably not grown up yet, so the shallows are as easy to fish as they will be all year long. Here are some examples of what we're talking about. If you're a crappie fisherman and checking out the population of crappie on a new lake, spring is the time. Over the years, our Angling Edge team has found some of the biggest and best crappie bites by fishing in the early season. Is carp fishing your bag? Well, there can be thousands of pounds of carp in the shallows right after ice out. This period can produce some of the greatest bites of the whole year. Are you a muskie nut? Well, spring is the time to do some recon. Muskies often will be so shallow that the squirrels are scared. This can be prime time to put the hammer down and wail on the big skis. Today we're targeting bass. However, we stumbled across some pretty good-sized prairie pike as well. This is quite common because many of the different species inhabit the same water space during this time frame.
One of the things you're going to have to come to terms with when fishing these prairie lakes, you know, like in Nebraska or South Dakota or Iowa, it's wind. You always got wind. You got wind every day. Sometimes I don't like to fish for wind. I know my brother hates wind. He absolutely hates wind. But you've got to come to terms with it and just fish, or else you're never going to fish. So wind is a part of life here, and that's what you got to do is learn to fish the wind. There are certain pointers in learning to fish the wind.
And one of the most important things to keep in mind when you got to fish these wind lakes, and one of the biggest mistakes I see people make, in fact, I've seen it all over on this trip, the 5 days or so that we've been gone here. I look at the boats, and they're almost, not all of them, probably 50% of them are underpowered. And what I mean by that is they don't have a powerful enough trolling motor for the rig that they got. You've heard me say this before, I'm gonna say it again because it's that important. Always put on the most powerful trolling motor you can put on the boat. The biggest trolling motor and the biggest powerful one. Especially in states like this where you're fighting the wind, go the max, baby, and you'll be glad you did. For a couple $100 more, you're gonna see a huge difference. Huge difference. You could fish no matter what the day is, instead of trying to get out of the wind, because sometimes you gotta get right in it. This is nice broken rock on this point, boy. Boy, there ought to be some fish on this. This is really nice here. Big pike, big pike, nice pike.
Oh,
come on.
Come on. We're messing with Ronald.
Nice one. You know what? Lead him my way. I'll just grab him.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
want to get
gonna
him
grab
in the
him?
net. Yeah, I'll grab him.
Suffix 832 is constructed with 7 strands of Dyneema and a single strand of Gore Performance fiber. It's the roundest, longest casting line in the world. It offers superior abrasion resistance so you can fish it anywhere. It's the strongest, most sensitive, and durable small diameter braid ever to hit the water. Nice fish, Brett.
Thanks.
Suffix 832. Always use the best line.
Really? You're seriously just gonna leave me in here?
Yeah, fishing deep today, Ike.
Are you kidding me? These are perfect conditions for pulling big bass out of heavy cover.
Yeah?
Heck yeah! Try one of these weedless wacky jigs.
All right, yeah.
It has an offset hook and stainless steel weed guard. Whoa! Oh,
Sorry, Ike.
flip it in there, and its wacky action will have you pulling out one fat bass after another. Please! I can't say anything.
Oh, there he is. Hey, you! Yeah. Fat boy, you can't get none of this. Look at me. I got moves. I go left, I go right, I go left again. Watch it. Oh, there it is. Psych! I'm so erratic, I don't even know where I'm going. Come on, Chubby Cheeks. Come on, Bucket Mouth. Come get some of this. I can do this all day long. Look at me. Watch this. Come on. Your mama's so fat that she can't get out the fish net. Ow! I'll give you that one.
Are you finding it harder and harder to spend time with your family? All you need is the right place to reconnect.
Big walleye, Dad.
Got it. Here we go. This is fun.
Northwest Ontario, your place to reconnect.
The Edge is presented by these and other fine sponsors.
Here's a nice one. Keep her head in the water. She's
got
up
her
really
head.
good. Nice fish. Nice fish. Whoa. Come here, baby. Whoa. Look at that one, huh? Look at how you hooked them, man. That swim jig was perfect.
Snooting.
Look at that.
You know, we've been hitting some decent pike today.
Good fish, huh? Nice job, Ronald. You got that one just right, man.
Well, that's the third one today, I think.
Couple. Oh, look, I got it. Oh, that was a bass. That was a bass on a roll. That was a bass on a roll. He did not taste the hook. I got him. Lice.
Bass. Good bass.
Is it?
I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it
nice
is.
one, man. Nice one.
Good bass.
Yeah.
What we've been looking for, get me in this shallow water here.
Boy, I like that bait.
Yeah, they
that
do.
ain't the one I just had. I had a good one roll up on it before.
Strange lakes, never been on them. We had some nice pike. And we had a ton of bass, most of them small. Occasionally we bump into a good one. All we're doing is we're going in and we're beating shallow water. The ice has been out 6 days now. The water temperature back here is 60 degrees. We're finding it's the warmest temperature we're finding is where we're finding these bass. And also the big pike, they're running around too. So we're having a potpourri. I only had one smallmouth, but we're just having fun. This is Al and I did this for going on 50 years, just going, putting in the lake that we've never been on, having a ton of fun.
Those fish are a little active. You get everything. Oh, Ron, good fish. Oh. A little bit. Man, she came up. I thought she was bigger than she was, but she's a nice one. Oh, come here. I thought you were bigger than you was. Man, did he move the water. Holy smokes. Nice fish. Really moved a ton of water. I thought I had our fiver, but I'll take her any day. You know, you'll see both Ron and I, the methods that we're fishing. This is bait casting stuff. We're both throwing quantum rod and reel combinations. I'm throwing a smoke, 6.6 medium heavy. I got it spooled up with 14-pound test Suffix mono and a smoke reel. And these kind of, when you're throwing these bigger baits like this and could hook a big fish, you don't want to be in here Mickey Mousing with a spinning rod. I see guys occasionally do that. Yeah, you know, you need a bait casting rod because you're going to hook up on a big fish and those pike can beat you up pretty good. So, I mean, this is bait casting stuff. These fish are not line shy. Ron's got 20-pound test Suffix floral on that rod. The line don't make no difference as long as it's at least, in my case, I would say don't go under 14 for what you're doing like this. The water's got good color to it. You know, so bait casting rod rigged right and ready. Got him?
Yeah, no.
I seen you made 3 casts without a bite. I was thinking you were losing your touch.
Just.
We tried beating it senseless, bending it in half, and punishing it with extreme temps, corrosive salt water, and blistering UV rays. And all Talon did was ask for more. So we wanted to know what Talon's breaking point really was. We'll let you know if we ever find it. Talon, born tough, tested tougher.
Welcome to the Inner Circle. Rotating coverage up to 300 feet gives you a detailed 360-degree view of structure, contour changes, and fish. So you can see them before they see you. Incredible 360 imaging, available for your transom and now for your bow, putting you at the center of the 360 revolution, only from Humminbird.
There's one. Oh, big one.
Look at that.
The Edge is presented by these and other fine sponsors.
Got him?
Yeah, no.
I seen you made 3 casts without a bite. I was thinking you were losing your touch.
It's a bass. It's just,
yeah.
It's like what we've been doing. I don't know how many this is now, Al. Look at the size. Look at him. This guy's been eating. Is it 100 bass?
Probably.
Do we have 100 bass day
Probably.
today? We went down that bank. I have lost total count of how many bass we caught right down there. These fish are in, and they're in. And we're double whamming them. I'm throwing a swim jig, and he's throwing a spinner bait. You can't beat something like that. I come behind him. If I was to come behind him with a spinner bait, I don't think I'd do as well.
No, it's good. That's a good point to mix these baits up.
And I'm catching slightly larger fish than he is.
True. You know, you could see the entry to this bay that we're back in here now. We have not been on this lake And you know, we heard it's really good fishing. It's a pretty good sized lake. So you want to find all of these bays. We've been poking around in some of the main lake stuff. Most of the fish are in the back shallow mud bottom bays, the better pike and the bass. And so all we do is open our Lake Master chip and just look at all of the things. You look at this lake, there are so many backwater bays on this thing, it's incredible. And it just saves you the time. You just zip, zip, zip. You don't get to the good backwater spots. I'll occasionally fish the main lake, but it hasn't been producing like these areas. And you get way in the back end, you get in these back end cuts and the fish are all over the place. Run, good bass, big bass run. Yeah, yeah, nice fish. Oh yeah, look at that baby, huh? Oh, I seen him roll up on that thing. It feels so good. It's tough to beat a good spinnerbait bite, let me clue you. Now they're starting to get up there, bro. He's starting to get up there, huh? That spinnerbait rolled through that thing there, and she just went, boom. I love it. I love it.
Some people ask me, Al, do you ever get sick of fishing? My answer is always an emphatic no. Fishing is like a giant jigsaw puzzle with lots and lots of moving parts, and I love the challenge. This particular lake was a little gold mine, and I can't wait to fish it next year and explore it further. Ron and I only opened up chapter 1 in this lake's book of secrets, and there's many more pages to go. I'd like to challenge any of you to get a book of maps and do some research yourself. With a little effort, try and find your own little gold mine. There's plenty of them. I guarantee along the way you'll learn some important info that you will use for the rest of your life.
Hey, I'm a big believer in prayer, and anytime I see anything in any magazine articles or something like that I see the word prayer, it gets my attention. I go take a look at it. Here's an article that was titled 7 Prayer Tactics. And the one that talked about pray faithfully, 2, pray decisively, pray forcefully, pray lovingly, pray truthfully, pray earnestly, pray authoritatively. And then it gives a paragraph with a bunch of guides and reference to scripture on it. But when the author closed the article, I just want to read you the last things that she said. Prayer is a journey that is unique to everyone. Just as each of us has a different calling or job to do for God, each of us will travel a slightly different road in understanding what prayer really is. God will speak to each of us in different ways, and the way God speaks to one person can be markedly different from the way he speaks to another. God isn't interested in getting us to learn rules and requirements and living life merely by following the dictates of a rule book. He wants us to come to him that we might know him for ourselves. He wants a unique relationship with each of us as he created each of us as unique individuals. He wants to partner with us in a journey and live it out with us day by day. It's why he created humans, and it is his great joy when we come to him without doubt or compromise, wholeheartedly to get to know him and let ourselves be fully known by God. God is all about relationship, and the key to it is masterful prayer. When I read that, I was really blessed by it, and I thought I would share it with you. Hey, from all of us here at The Edge, have a good, safe fishing season. We'll see you on the water.